All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling something I think is really cool. It's called the Cosmeno-Realm. Now we're going off of some excerpts from a text called Eingefügter Text, and we're going to try to figure out just what this whole Cosmeno-Realm is all about. So what do you say we just get right into it?
Sounds good. So the Cosmeno-Realm, it's not really a physical space, it's more like an umbrella term that covers the ways people act and arrange things, culturally when it comes to cities.
Okay.
And this all has to do with something called the Cosmeno spirit.
The Cosmeno spirit.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like an energy
Like an intangible thing.
that shapes how city life happens.
Exactly.
And this comes out of Chicago, right?
Right. The text says it's rooted in the urban spirit of Chicago.
Interesting.
Like all the hustle and bustle
Yeah.
and diversity.
Okay.
All the creative stuff that comes up in a city like that.
Yeah, I get that.
That's what influences this whole cultural landscape.
So like when I was in Chicago a while back,
Yeah.
I was really drawn to this street art. Like it was this hidden language of the city, completely different from all the touristy things.
Right.
Almost like it had its own rhythm.
That's a great example because it highlights the two sides of the Cosmeno realm that the text talks about.
Okay.
So you have the Cosmestream,
Cosmestream.
which is more like mainstream American culture,
Gotcha.
like shopping malls,
Yeah.
chain restaurants, the
Yeah.
big entertainment venues.
Right. So that's what you kind of see everywhere.
Exactly, the familiar stuff.
Okay. So what about the other side? The Cosmeground.
The Cosmoround is different.
How so?
It's where things get more unique,
Uh-huh.
more raw.
Okay.
Think of it like the independent art scene of a city.
Interesting.
So you have those hidden cafes tucked away in alleys.
Yeah.
Or like the local music venues, community gardens,
The things that really make a city stand out.
Exactly. They give it its personality.
So the Cosmestream is like the commercial heartbeat, and the Cosmoground is like the artistic soul. Eingefügter Text calls the Cosmeno-Realm neo-urban style, too.
Yeah.
Do you think that captures both sides?
That's a good question. I mean, neo-urban style definitely hints at mixing contemporary and urban stuff. But a real Cosmeno realm, it's all about the balance between the Cosmostream and the Cosmoground.
Right, the tension between them.
Exactly.
And that makes me think about how connected cities are globally, like fashion trends and music. Even slang starts in one city and spreads everywhere.
Yeah.
So is that kind of what Eingefügter Text means when it talks about Cosmeno realms being interconnected?
That's exactly it. Think about how street fashion in Tokyo or London ends up going viral online.
It's everywhere.
And Eingefügter Text says that creates like a global network.
Wow.
Where urban culture just flows freely between all these Cosmeno realms.
It's kind of mind-blowing.
It is pretty fascinating.
It's like you could be in a totally different city, but still feel connected to someone just because you both get this urban life thing.
You share that understanding.
Exactly. And that makes me think about this urban identity idea that the text talks about.
Where you have your own individual identity, but you also develop this other layer of urban identity.
Because you're part of this global urban culture.
Yeah, exactly.
So like in your own city, do you feel like there's a shared identity among the people who live there?
Interesting question. Makes you think how much where we live shapes who we are.
Yeah, and how those global connections play a part too.
Sure.
So let's recap a bit. The Cosmeno-Realm. It's this cultural phenomenon coming out of the Cosmeno spirit.
Right.
Which is all about the energy of cities like Chicago.
Right.
But it's not just about the places themselves. It's about how we experience and shape those urban environments.
Yeah.
We've got the Cosmestream and the Cosmoground, two sides of the same coin, And they create this dynamic tension. And then all these Cosmeno realms are connected globally, forming this network of urban culture, and maybe even contributing to a new kind of urban identity.
But what if we take this model and think about other aspects of culture beyond just cities? Could small towns, online communities, even artistic movements have their own Cosmeno spirit?
Wow, that's something to think about. Does this resonate with you guys listening? How could this apply to your own communities and experiences? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Keep exploring these ideas. And until next time, happy diving.